3 male lions came from the north, determined to find mates and establish their own dynasty. Upon reaching new territory, they immediately displayed their formidable strength. But compared to the prey they easily took down, what attracted them more was the scent of the lionesses here. With each step forward, they got closer to the southern pride. The pride was mostly young. Led by Queen Sebe, they moved forward, trying to create distance from the relentless pursuers behind them. If caught, the consequences would be unthinkable. Without a lion king's protection, the southern pride's cubs and younger lions faced grave danger. For the lioness sisters, family was everything. They would sacrifice their all, even their lives, to protect their family. But some threats they couldn't resist. This was one of 3 tyrants, indicating his brothers weren't far away. The cubs' very survival had entered the critical moment of decision. Facing this potentially massive threat, the lionesses understood that once the male got angry, in an instant he could easily kill these young lions. One cub apparently didn't realize the danger and curiously stepped forward, staring at his face. But the lioness hadn't reacted, as if waiting for something. Seeing the cub nearly suffer a terrible fate, the lionesses could no longer sit still. They began moving toward the male lion, driving him away from the cubs. Though the lionesses were at a disadvantage in size, they showed no fear for the cubs. The male lion didn't strike back, but also refused to leave. The queen he'd been desperately seeking was right before him. He wouldn't give up. All the pressure fell on Queen Sebe. Now there was only one way to eliminate the male lion's threat. Seeing the cubs constantly facing death, Sebe made a difficult choice. This was also the only way to save them. She and a sister chose to sacrifice themselves, voluntarily walking toward the unexpected visitor. This meant from now on, they and their pride would never see each other again. Another sister would take these cubs to safety and raise them alone. This would also be their final goodbye. Sebe and her sister, to save their family and cubs, had to abandon them. From then on, they would be forever separated from each other's lives. Sebe led the male lion northward to a land with deep rivers full of opportunities. This was ideal land for building a new dynasty, and Sebe also needed to quickly establish her authority. Catching prey was the first step to survival. Compared to water-loving antelopes, warthogs seemed an easier choice. With 2 lionesses surrounding it, the warthog quickly became theirs. But there were unwanted visitors here. Hyenas followed the scent and rapidly gathered in increasing numbers. The lionesses didn't have a numerical advantage. Clearly, they couldn't compete. They had to let the prey be snatched away. Now it was time for the male lion to prove his ability. Could he provide a safe place for his queen to survive? This was precisely the opportunity Sebe had been waiting for. Only the strongest male lion deserved to be the father of the cubs. The hyena's appearance was an important test for the male lion.